Kelly Price has a few choice words for the promoter who couldn't pay her.
Disgusting piece of human feces. My grandmother, first of all, is the eldest living member of my family. She's almost 96 years old. She survived last year. She lost my mother. She lost my grandfather. I lost 15 other family members last year. And I said to you, when you called me less than 2 hours ago, after I've been in Houston all day long, I hadn't heard from you. You've been hiding from me because you don't have my money, because you could not afford to pay me to be here today. For those of you who don't understand how this business works, we do get 50% up front. We get 50% up front, we get our travel paid for, and the balance is supposed to be paid no later than the day of the show before it's showtime. Kendrick James of Houston, Texas, you are a liar. You are going to burn in hell. You tried to call me and you told me you wanted to pray with me because you didn't have my money. I don't need to pray with you. Get your money up. Get your wallet up. Get your bank account up. Don't book an artist if you can't afford to pay them. I shared with you on the phone when you said to me that you were having issues this evening, that if I wanted to make excuses, that my excuse would have been that I wouldn't have gotten on the plane this morning because my grandmother isn't well. Because my grandmother is almost 96 years old. You would go and share with audience members and with the people at the venue and with the other artists that the reason why I didn't get on stage tonight is because I was having drama with my family and my grandmother was sick. In hell, I mean that, on everything I love. My grandmother is almost 96 years old. She has never done anything for anybody in this world but pray for them, love them, and try to help them be better. You would put that out there? I didn't even know anything about what was going on with my grandmother until less than 12 hours ago, and I shared that with you, and I only shared it with you to say to you that at the end of the day, what we do is we get the job done. The show must go on. I got on the plane and I came here today knowing that I had family obligations, and my whole point was to get through the night, and I spent all day today looking for flights so that I could fly to see my grandmother as soon as I got done doing this show tonight. You would share with the other artists and with the other artist managers that I had issues going on with my grandmother. That's coming back to you and your whole family. You wanted to pray with me? You better start praying for yourself. I'm not like these spine jelly back old school Christians that feel like you can't be mad at somebody and you can't sick God on them. No, I actually feel like that when you live right and you do right by people, that you have the right to go to God on your own behalf and ask God to sick the angels on people that ain't doing right and ain't living right and ain't saying the right thing. You, my sir, are a liar. You are a liar. You're a liar. You're a liar. And you put your mouth on my grandmother. My grandmother ain't been nothing but a prayer warrior, and she ain't did nothing but help people in this life. You put your mouth on my grandmother? Let's put it this way. So for everybody that knows Kendrick James, oh, by the way, because you wouldn't answer your phone and you kept sending your phone to voicemail, so I had to speak to the driver that picked me up from the airport and your brother Dion, because you wouldn't answer the phone. Because you a coward and a duck and a couple of other things that I won't say, because there's some people that may need me to call them and might not be able to receive my prayer if I call you the BITCH that you really are. Keep my grandmother's name out your mouth, because you don't even know what you're doing to yourself spiritually. Keep her name out of your mouth. If my grandmother was well and doing okay, the fact remains you did not have my money. You couldn't afford to pay me for tonight's show. That's the reason why I wasn't at Moody Gardens. You called me and asked me to pray with you so you could have a conversation with me about what we needed to do for tonight. We didn't need to do anything for tonight. You needed to find my money, or you needed to find something else to do, because Saturday night ain't happening, as you can see right now, because I'm not at the venue, because you don't have my money. So please stop having the venue call my phone. Please stop having the venue call my musical director. Please stop having the venue call my production manager. Because before we even got to the part where you didn't have my money, you didn't have my tech rider. The in-ears weren't there. The wrong speakers weren't there. The wires were all jacked up, and you hired your homeboy to do sound instead of hiring a real sound company. So where else are we going with this? My days of being nice, Kelly, keep it to yourself. Y'all can call me whatever you want to call me. Baby, I'm almost 50 years old. People ain't even making it to see 50 no more. The people I grew up in this industry with ain't making it to see 50 no more. Y'all need to know what's going on with these promoters. They lie, they cheat, they steal, they don't have our money, they don't pay us, they don't pay us on time, they try to put us on layaway. Can I put a show on layaway? Can somebody give me 10% of a show, and then I give you 10% of a show, and then I turn around and give you the rest of the 90% of the show 90 days later? That can't happen, because that's not how this works. Kendrick James, you are a liar. You are a procrastinator. You are, I could think of so many other things to call you, but where you messed up was when you let my grandmother's name come out of your mouth. Because I don't need nobody to feel sorry for my grandmother. My grandmother's almost 96 years old. My grandmother has lived holy. She has lived as a prayer warrior. She has prayed more people through than you will ever know before you close your eyes the last time you speak to a person in your lifetime. And you would let her name come out of your mouth and use it as an excuse for why your business ain't straight tonight? You a broke wannabe promoter. You couldn't afford to pay me. You couldn't afford to pay Life. I don't know if you even paid the venue, but the venue's calling on your behalf right now. But at this point, it's 10 p.m. I've been here for 11 hours. Excuse me, 13 hours. I got here at 9. I've been here for 13 hours, and you've been hiding from me. You didn't have my money. You didn't have answers. You didn't have my tech rider. You didn't have the right mics. You didn't have the right speakers. My production manager was there. You didn't have any of the things that were supposed to be on my tech rider. So while you playing, get your business up, get your money up, and get your game up. Because what you're not getting ready to do is screw my name up 30 years into this business. Try with somebody else. Say what you want to say, but you don't do what I've been doing for 30 years. And not been doing it wrong. It's not because you've been doing it wrong. You don't do what I've been doing for 30 years because you've been doing it wrong. You do what I've been doing for 30 years because you got it right.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
I'm going to tell you for the last time. Say what you want to say, do what you want to do. You better keep my grandmother's name out of your mouth. Keep my grandmother's name out of your mouth. Keep her name out of your mouth. Worst mistake you could have ever made in your sorry, poor, wannabe, an excuse of a promoter.
Thanks for tuning in to 9 Mag TV.